Hey y'all. So y'all know I do the conversations with Ki. So I wanted to do a little something different, right? I'm still gonna be doing that, but I felt like, dang, I don't really show my face. I don't show my reaction. Like you can hear it in my voice, I think, but I just wanted to do a little something different just to add on to that. So now I'm getting into a mode where I want to have conversations showing my face and showing my reactions in real time and showing me thinking and clocking in real time without edits. So I was thinking I'm going to call this Conversations with Your Big Homie. Because although I'm only 34, and I do say only, um, I feel like I'm very wise for my age. So that's why I feel like I'm able to call myself a big homie. So I've been told y'all a while ago, y'all just gonna go through this journey with me, and we journeying, so we just trying stuff. In this episode of trying stuff, hopefully y'all like it. I'll know by the engagement and the feedback. I'll know. But we just gonna try this out and see. So, with that being said, first order of business. I have a question for y'all. Um, would you tell? Would you tell what? Fair question. Would you tell if your let's say you have like a friend, a relative, whether it be a daughter, cousin, son, uh, brother, sister, mom, dad, even whatever, someone you really love and care about, near and dear to you, you cool with them, whatever the case. If you saw their significant other out in a compromising position, would you tell? Now, with that being said, and I'm gonna tell you all what I would do at the end of this. But with that being said, I don't mean like somebody that you work with. I don't mean one of your coworkers that y'all cool, y'all talk at work, but y'all don't talk on the phone. It don't go past work. I don't mean that because that that's that's not who this is for. That's not who I'm talking about. I'm talking about people you love and care about, near and dear to you. Would you tell? Um. So this is like a three-parter of questions. So, like I said, you're gonna be watching me think and clock to get my thoughts together. The first question I would say is, okay, the first question is, would you tell? No, I'm sorry. Backtrack that. The first question is, would you confront that your loved one's significant other? Would you confront them? And this, again, another disclaimer, this is not for like if they're out and they see you, they spot you and you spot them and they're like, hey, how you doing? Let's say they know you, you know them or know of you, whatever, know what you look like. And they spot you, hey, how you doing? This is such and such. We out here. Da-da-da. Naturally, you're probably going to tell your loved one, hey, I just saw such and such out. It don't, to me, that doesn't seem like anything's muddy in the water. But we're speaking on the grounds of if they don't see you and it's looking a little, hands is interlocking a little piece, like just a little bit, just a little taste of interlocking, a little doing a little too much. Something is muddy in the water, and you could tell. Oh, by the way, this isn't happening to me. I'm just literally, thought provoking things. I'm gonna come with a bunch more that are thought provoking because you could find yourself in these situations. So anyway, um, first question, like I said, with those disclaimers out the way, would you confront your loved one's significant other? That's question number one. Question number two is, would you tell your loved one? And question number three is, if someone saw your significant other, if you have one, out there, caught them out there lacking like that, um, would you want to know? So let's address question number 1 first. Again, I told you all I'm gonna give you my take and my answer after. And y'all bear with me with the movement. This is my first one. I'm getting it together. Like my phone moving a little bit because I'm holding it in one hand. Bear with me. I'm gonna get the tripod. I got y'all. So the confronting thing, I feel like that could go a lot of different ways. Really, only 2 different ways, honestly. It can go bad or it can go good. It's just a lot of subways that can go under that. Like, if you do confront the person, and just like on some stuff, like you just letting them know you see them, hey, what you doing? They look like a deer in headlights. It's like, what then? You know what I mean? What do you do then? And then, like I said, if you do confront them and they don't see you, but part of what the disclaimer earlier, they're like, oh, hey, welcoming you with warm embrace, like, hey, how you doing? Da-da-da. Then I think that's cool. Because like I said, it still goes back to, you're probably going to tell your loved one, hey, I just saw such and such. I just saw Chuck down there, oh yeah, Chuck told me, yeah, he's like, da-da-da. Great. So I think confronting them, it could be good and bad. But I think that's where your discernment comes in, where you have to really sit there and pay attention to the cues, to the body language. If you see some distance, if you see the body language is body languaging properly, positively for your loved one's sake, then I think it's cool. But if in your gut, if it just doesn't feel like, nah, this seems like something shady going on, something it's a little weird, I probably wouldn't do no confronting. Like, for what? I'm not confronting you because to me, you don't owe me nothing. But again, I'll give y'all my take later. So to the second question is, would you tell your loved one? I think with that, you have to have the understanding that there is a high probability that if you tell your loved one, they're probably going to confront their person, their person they're dating at the time. They're probably going to confront them. There's a higher probability that they may treat you a little bit differently. And when I say that, it's not really, it's a few things I think falls under that umbrella. For one, embarrassment. Let's say you do know, let's say you don't know that their significant other is stepping out there like that. And let's say that is what was happening. Let's say that was what was happening. You didn't know that. Probably a little embarrassed, like, dang, you saw that? 2, let's say you do know that. It's still like, dang, you got firsthand intel. You see what's happening. Oh, cringe. Like, it's still a little bit of that to me. And with the probabilities, there's also a probability that their significant other could confront you, or, maybe tell them whatever, like, whatever they got going on, that's their business. But I think the biggest probability is that the person, your loved one, probably will end up, if there even is a shift or a separation, reconciling with that person. There will be some reconciliation, probably. And with that, I think we all heard of reconnect. And like I said, these are just my thoughts when they come in, and I'm just telling you, like, we all heard of reconnect. Oh yeah, like, okay, well, let's get away, let's work it out. You never know where these people are in their relationship, their situation. Let's get away, let's work it out. Let's cut everybody off, like, let's just try to reconnect. I think that's great for people. But you also have to realize if you are going to tell, that could happen, and you could see or hear from your loved one a little bit less. I'm not saying it will happen. I'm just saying when you roll the dice, the probability is a little high, depending on the circumstances. Obviously, everything is circumstantial, but just generally speaking. And the next thing is, would you want to know? Realistically, would you want one of your loved ones to come back to you and say, yeah, I just saw Chad out there, doing X, Y, and Z, and he did it, and I got pictures. I'm gonna send them to you. Like, I just wanted to tell you. Or vice versa, I just saw Shantae out there, and I got pictures. I just wanted to tell you. Would you really, like, in your heart of hearts, would you want to know, or would you want that to be information where you just like, dang, they could have kept it to themselves? And if you did know, if you were the one being told, how would you react? Would you, I'm sure at the time you'd be like, oh, dang, that's crazy. You reacting off of adrenaline. You upset. You like, I mean, if you didn't know, you upset. You like, oh, that's crazy. You going there. Then Chad or Shantae come back talking to you and get to talking sweet nothing in your ear. And then you seeing it from a different way now. And then you still want to be cool with who you told, but you like, well, I know you probably gonna look at them differently. I don't know if I want to invite them to everything I used to invite them to. I don't know if I want to invite you to everything I used to invite you to, because so yeah, those are my 3 talking points to that. Would you confront the person? Would you tell? And would you want to know if you were being told? So for my answer to all 3, I don't think I would confront. Honestly, like I said, everything is situational, circumstantial. It really depends on the relationship. If I was cool with that person's significant other, like we talk on the phone outside of that person, which, I mean, that never really is a thing for me. I don't really talk to like my people's significant other outside of them. Now, there may be like if we're planning something or something like that, but I don't know. I just have a little line that I like to stick to. Not saying everybody should, just a little line I like to stick to. So loyalty is a big word, and people have a bunch of different definitions of it. But for mine, I'm going to be completely transparent. It just depends on what day it is. If I would confront them or if I would not. Let's say I'm out at a bar or a setting, I'm having a little drinky drink, I probably would confront them. And not on a hostility, just like, hey, how you doing? Da-da-da, and check the temperature. But if it's just like I'm in a bookstore and I see them in a bookstore with somebody, I probably wouldn't. I'd just be like, oh. Now, bookstores sometimes are small, so we probably would run into each other. But let me think of I don't know, if we're at a baseball game and I happen to see them with somebody, and they stand up, cheer it, and I happen to look over and I'm, oh, whoa. Obviously, I'm not confronting them in that setting. It's huge. I'm not about to, excuse me, y'all, excuse me, can I get, hey, what you, no, I'm not going to do that. So the confronting is situational for me. And that's me being completely transparent. Would I tell? You bet your bottom dollar. You bet your bottom dollar I would. And I would because, like I said, loyalty is really big to me. I would tell because regardless of what happens with me and that other person, the person like my loved one, I would tell because I feel like that's the right thing to do. I feel like I rock with you. I'm here with you. I'm going to tell you. What you choose to do with that is your business. I'm not going to act any differently with you. If you choose to stay, if you choose to go, if you choose, you don't know. It's not for me to make that decision. And quite frankly, Not to be blunt or rude, but I really don't care about your decision. I care about, you know what, I just had to let you know. I had to, me being your girl in a bag of pearls, I had to keep it real with you. So I would definitely tell, and I would hope that those people, if I was ever like put in that situation, I would hope that they weren't like embarrassed or like to be around me because I know a little bit of their tea, or like 9 times out of 10, I probably already knew their tea. But whatever, regardless, I would hope that they weren't like feeling weird around me. Um, Now I do, like I said, you have to have that understanding when you do tell. I can hope all I want, but I do have that understanding that, you know what, it could be, oh, I feel a little weird around you. It could result in that. It could result in, dang, like, my person feels a little weird, because, it could result in that. It could result in, you know what, I'm processing my feelings, so I gotta talk to you a little less because and you were the one that like I don't know how to feel. It could be all of that. That's, to me, that's fine by me. Um, I guess maybe that's another conversation because I'm gonna be coming back with a lot more. But say maybe I have things where I'm okay with stuff like that. Like I'm not about to be like, why are you acting weird? Look, maybe it's the cancer in me. I know sometimes you gotta isolate. I don't take it too personal. Especially if I came to you with a bombshell like that and you really had no idea. That's a lot. But like I said, you still have to have that understanding of, okay, yeah, we may deal with each other a little less, and maybe not even forever, just for a little bit. And for me, I can sleep good at night, and that's okay with me because I did what was right for me. I know what's in my heart, and it leads me to the third question. Would you want to know? I would want someone to tell me that like was cool with me. If somebody was like super cool with me, yeah, I would want them to tell me. I want them to tell me. Um, what I do with that is what I do with that. But if somebody's like, we talking on the phone, we love each other, care for each other, we here with it. We day ones, A1s, we, been together since the sandbox, whatever the relation is, if we like that, and y'all know what the like that is, if we like that, then I would definitely want to know. And I that actually happened to me before in high school. I'm not gonna say this person's name, but it was this girl in high school, and we had just graduated, and I was with somebody, and the girl called my phone, and I think a few other people know, but she called my phone and was like, "Hey, I just want to let you know I saw such and such," because that was when like the movies and stuff was popping back then. I saw such and such at the movies with somebody else. I just want to know if you knew. And that was years ago, and I still think about that and talk about that till this day because it's like, dang, she really looked out, and we were cool, but we weren't like, I mean, we hung out at each other's house, but we wasn't like high with some of my other friends. Like it wasn't like that. But I have respect for her till this day because like we was young and she had that kind of like, she was like, yeah, I just want to let you know I saw such as the movie. So I was like, oh, for real? I had no idea, and I never treated her weird, never looked at her weird. If anything, I gave her more respect because I was like, you did not have to do that. You did not have, especially since I'm closer to other people. You're closer to other people. You could have just been like, oh, sucks to be her. No, you did not. No, she did not do that. So yeah, I respect that, and hopefully, because I would do it, hopefully people could have the same reaction. So yeah, y'all, that's, this is a little bit of what I'm about to start doing. Y'all can see my face, see me thinking, see me clocking, all that. But yeah, I want to know if y'all feel compelled. DM me, drop it in the YouTube comments. This won't be on YouTube. I'll put a little snippet on Instagram. But yeah, let me know. Would you confront the person? Would you tell them? Would you want to be told? So yeah, that's a conversation with your big homie Ki. We gonna have many more. So y'all be easy and let me know.